Let's get a quick update with regards to that protest in Alexandra. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is live for us there. Hey Manqoba, thank you very much once again for joining us. What's the latest?
Well, certainly playing the situation here on London Road, getting out of hand at this point. You can see the fires there that have been lit up by some of the residents. And of course, the residents coming out in their numbers now compared to what we've seen when we arrived here. More residents coming out on the streets and barricading the streets, preventing cars from moving. So this road, as you can see, this stretch of road has totally been shut down. And the residents here are not allowing any movement of vehicles. They're not allowing even police are battling to try and make their way through. And as I speak to you now, Blaine, I can see another group of protesters just coming here behind me from the other side. If I can just ask my camera person here, Gabi Njogweni, just to show us, Gabi, just to go this side where more residents now are seemingly joining this protest here, joining these residents that are here on London Road. So even bigger crowd now coming here at this point, and it seems as if this crowd also is coming to meet up with the residents that are here. So at this stage, they are also, we can see some of them pushing some tires to come and burn them here. But at this point, I can clearly say, Blaine, that the police seem to be outnumbered by some of these residents. There are a few police members that are here. So it seems as if really at this point the situation is becoming very tense. We'll try to move away from this coming crowd for our own safety because, Blaine, I can tell you that even us as journalists have been on the firing line. We have been asked to step back. We have been asked by the residents not to shoot them when they burn these tires and when they barricade the street. So at some point, they even threatened to throw stones at our vehicles. So at this point, I can certainly tell you, Blaine, that as you can see, that crowd carrying sticks, they're also joining that protest, and they're saying basically that they're sick and tired with the city of Joburg. I can see one of the posters there saying Mashaba must go. So those are some of the things that they're saying. They're saying no law, no order, no mayor. So they're definitely angry with the city of Joburg, and what they're saying at this point is that they want the city to intervene in their issues, saying that issues, one of those protesters there giving us a problem there, giving one of our camera person, Stelo, a problem there, asking us to move away. So at this point, the situation is very volatile. If I can just take you again to what's happening. Sorry, Baba, we are... Okay, you can see some of the residents, they're now gathering there. The fires being lit, more tires being added there, and certainly the situation getting out of hand here. I can tell you that, Blaine, the situation is getting out of hand here on London Road as these more people now have now arrived here to join the crowd that was here earlier. And they are saying that they don't want police to come here. So they are pushing away the police vehicles that are here. And I can tell you, Blaine, what I see now is just one police Impala that is here. At this point, certainly the police are outnumbered. They're adding more rubbish onto that burning fire. So residents really angry this time around, and they're saying that enough is enough. You can see them, hear them now singing the song, the struggle song, Senzeni Na. So what have we done?
Manqoba, in terms of where the police is, you say you just see one police vehicle there. In relation to the crowd, where are the remainder of the police?
Well, Blaine, I will try to show you what's happening at this point with regards to the police. All you can see here are police, just a few police cars. If you can just see this side, Blaine, you can only count them. You can even count them. At this point, there are just 3 police cars that are there. So it's such a big hippo that is there, and just 2 Metro police cars that are here at this point. So these police at this stage seems that they are also battling to control the crowds that are here. So at this point, we don't know whether they're going to be calling more manpower, but certainly at this point, the police seem outnumbered by these residents, especially this new crowd that has now joined in this protest.
Yeah, surely they would have been aware of this protest. Yes, go ahead, Manqoba.
Well, Ben, what we do understand, I just heard you alluding to the fact that police should have been aware of the protest, but when speaking to Metro Police earlier, Metro Police did indicate to us that there was no formal notification of this strike and that there was no application that was made for this protest. So as far as they are concerned, this is an illegal gathering or an illegal protest that is taking place here on the streets. They're saying that they were aware that there might be threats of protest, but at this point what they're saying is that they were simply not prepared for the numbers that they're seeing here on the streets. And of course, they have been here from early this morning. They have been trying to mend the roads, also looking at some of the big intersections that have been affected, trying to divert traffic at those intersections. But of course, I think the police themselves have been taken by surprise by the number of people that have come out here on this protest and the magnitude of this protest that is now taking place here. More and more crowds joining. I just want to take you back to the scene again, Blaine, just so that you can see now what's happening here. The crowd here moving again. They're moving down, further down the road, and at this point they are lighting fires wherever they are passing. You can see just down there already there is burning tires there on the streets. So the residents at this point seem like they are just marching down the streets and they are closing down all the intersections and all the affected the roads that enter into this township. So certainly the advice to motorists or whoever is planning to come to Alex is that this is a no-go area for now, as the situation here still remains tense.
Manqoba, has schooling been affected?
Yes, Blaine, certainly I can confirm that. We can see children as young as 7 years old out here on the streets. They're also part of these protests. If I can just ask Gabi, just to show you some of the visuals there, you can see young children out on the streets. They haven't gone to school. We know that some of the schools have been closed. Even some of the crèches here have been closed in Alex. So there certainly is no schooling here, according to what we see and what we have heard. And of course, transport also has been affected with regards to taxis here. So the taxis here are not moving inside the township. And so it seems at this point that schooling definitely and transportation has been affected at this point by the protest.
Manqoba, from what you've heard and from what you've heard from residents that you've spoke to during the course of the morning, are you finding that this is a well-planned protest, Alexandra, #Alexandra shutdown? And in terms of the plan for the day, are you getting a sense of what's actually going to happen? Is it just going to be like what we've seen now, residents marching up and down streets and shutting down entrances and exits to certain streets and burning tires? Is that pretty much how it's going to go?
Well, certainly, Blaine, all indications are that this is just going to go on today for the remainder of the day. I mean, we spoke to some of the residents. They're saying that they're not willing to back down until they speak to some official or some officials from the city of Joburg come and address them. So it seems like it was really a planned protest. And I do understand that some WhatsApp messages were also sent from within the community and to community members. So there was communication that was made to community members, and that's the reason why you see so many of them here out on the streets. And of course, they're saying that they're going to remain here on the streets. They're going to continue burning those tires until they get any sort of response from city officials. So at this point, Blaine, I can certainly tell you that these residents are not going anywhere. They're saying that they're going to stay here. They're going to ensure that these streets are blocked until officials come to address them. So certainly it seems like one of those planned protests here in Alexandra. But of course, at this point, we have not seen further violence. Sorry, Blaine, just choking there from some of the fumes from the burning tires. But what the residents we've seen largely is that there hasn't been any violence in terms of attacks on foreign national shops or any of the scenes that we usually see when there's a protest like this here in Alex. What's just been happening at this point is the burning of tires, the barricading of the roads, and really protesters coming out in their numbers, singing and saying that enough is enough. They're saying that there is no service delivery here in this township, and that simply city officials are turning a blind eye to their cries.
We'll give you a chance to catch your breath. The great reporting, as always, Manqoba Mchunu, live for us in Alexandra, covering this protest. It's called the #Total Shutdown. Manqoba has been covering the story for the majority of the morning. He'll try to get in contact with some of the residents and maybe get their views as well during our next crossing. Manqoba Mchunu, thank you very much indeed, sir, for your report.